What's up, fellas?
Whoa!
What up, Scotty?
What's up? What's up? Good evening, everybody.
Thanks for joining us tonight, Scotty. Nice to have you on, man.
Oh, man. Always a pleasure with you two handsome gents.
Hey, that's how we roll, man. Handsome yourself. Look at that.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping for the kickoff roar there.
Kids are sleeping, and I still want to be married at the end of the show. So it's very costly on divorce here in Jersey. Yes, they get more than half, I think. So, but could be worth it. It's for ratings, isn't it, guys? I mean, we could just
absolutely
start throwing coffee around. we could still throw some punches in here. We're live, baby. We're amped up, man. We're talking Dynasty today, and we got Corey and Kyle, and we joined forces in a league this offseason.
Oh man,
I'm
isn't
excited.
that dangerous?
Like, I'm smiling now, but when the games start, there's gonna be some fists thrown.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I'm excited for it.
We got Albert in the house. We got Sahel, who should stick around and join a Dynasty league because, dude, it's way more fun. That's where it's at, is Dynasty. So you'll get into it. We got some regulars over on IG, but they're going to come over here pretty soon, I bet. We got shot callers up and she all your money to Amber.
True story.
Benny boy.
Dude, I'm telling you, I played, 2 leagues with Amber this last year, and she was good. Jesus.
Amber, and you could follow her on Lady Shot Caller on Instagram too. She is very impressive. She runs the show also on Queen's Ransom, which is going to be on this show on the Fantasy Football Network this year. And Amber, she knows her stuff. Better to look at than us. So, yeah. I mean, obviously, and she's in our Dynasty League, so that's going to be fun. So
yeah,
guys,
she also does a spot-on Ditka impersonation. So
that's very true. Yeah, man, she is she's to be reckoned with. She is a force to be reckoned with. She is very good, and so, and what's fun is she just does whatever the hell she wants. Right? She's one of those type players. Like, she doesn't care if you judge her draft picks or whatever. She's going to do whatever the hell she wants, and it pays off. I mean, I love it.
Yes, and you could tell that she knows what she's doing. And the talk to Sahel, get your feet wet with Dynasty Leagues. They are getting more and more popular. Not like the traditional way is going to go extinct or anything, but more and more people are going to do Dynasty. They're going to be involved in Dynasty and take on less traditional leagues and focus on their Dynasty teams.
I feel like a lot more of like the people like us, analysts and content creators, stuff like that, tend to get into Dynasty a whole lot more than just like the casual player.
Well,
but
I can tell you
it's definitely gaining steam for sure.
Well, the platforms are starting to accommodate it more. You know, I know when we first started Dynasty Leagues, I mean, trying to keep up with who your roster was from year to year and all the trades and the pick trading and stuff, the now Sleeper especially is accommodating those Dynasty Leagues more, and it's making it easier and more popular to do just because it's easier to run. And I mean, God, Kyle, how many years did we run it on ESPN?
Dude,
and that was a mess.
We ran it on...
we
ran it on ESPN, but we took it a step further. So we had to track. We set ourselves a salary cap, and so every player had like a contract on your team, and you had to track all of that, the years and the dollars and your picks and all of that. And we did it on the message board in the league, and everybody had their own posts they had to keep up, and it was a fucking nightmare. It was fun, but it was a nightmare at the same time because nobody updated their shit.
Yeah, that's very true. That was bad.
We're showing our age. We're showing our age. The first time I did Dynasty, I was taking the stats off the newspaper to see what Herman Moore was doing. So I was like, okay, I got to do 12 teams of this. This is horrible.
Yeah, that's bad.
Curtis Martin, like 89 yards. Do I round that up?
No, partial points. Sounds like a mouthful. Always. Let's see. So hell, as Cowboys and Commanders fan, how do you feel about that Danny Dimes contract?
Love it.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
love it. Yeah, I'm
Love
a big
it.
fan. Lock him in.
Years. 4 more years. 4 more years.
4 more years. No.
Yeah,
First
lock
of
him
all,
in.
yeah, before we get into our strategies for Dynasty, I want to jump in on that. Great question. As a Commander fan, I'm thrilled, and I'm sure Corey and Kyle will agree with me. They're amped up. First of all, Giant fans were Danny Dimes all the way right off the bat. Then he sucked for 2 years. And then all of a sudden, the coach who got that team to the playoffs, not the coach, Danny Dimes' stats is compared to Carson Wentz's with the Colts. If you Google that right now, Carson Wentz's stats with the Colts and Danny Dimes. Carson Wentz had a better season. Now, would you pay Carson Wentz $40 million?
No.
I wouldn't pay Carson Wentz $4.
No, you wouldn't. So have them. That means the Giants are out of QB play for the next 4 years, which I'm totally fine with if they're going to stick with Danny Dimes. Does Commanders have a good quarterback? I have no idea. We've been sucking for 30 years, but at least I have hopes of finding one. They are stuck with Dimes for the next 4 years.
I mean, at a minimum, the Commanders have a quarterback that's as good as Danny Dimes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Exactly. Yeah.
Heineke would be a better bet than Danny Dimes for the Commanders, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
what's great though is that deal completely takes all the heat off the Cowboys for paying Dak what they did.
And Geno Smith getting paid. This is crazy offseason. I'm looking forward to the offseason. That's gonna be ridiculous.
It's like it doesn't even matter like your talent level. Like if you're a quarterback, you're gonna make $40 million in your contract this year. Like that's the way it's going. Yep. And I will say too, as far as the Lamar Jackson saga in Baltimore, Cleveland fucked the entire league on franchise quarterback contracts when they gave Deshaun Watson that deal. Because now Lamar wants one. They give him the non-exclusive franchise tag so he can go try to find it somewhere else. And all these teams are like, we ain't going to sign you to that.
No.
I'm glad they're
a running quarterback that throws okay. Like, nah, we're not gonna do it.
Yeah, it's smart of those teams though to be like, we're not doing this. Cleveland made a mistake and they're fucked. We're not doing that, So that's really smart.
They are fucked. I don't know what source exactly, but of course, as analysts, we're going through page to page to find out new news on the NFL. I did see that Deshaun Watson was open to renegotiating his deal in the same breath of hearing that they're trying to trade Nick Chubb, which I was like, what the fuck's going on, dude?
Okay.
Yeah, probably what they'll do with Deshaun's deal, because it tends to be what they do. They'll extend him like 2 years, and they'll give him like part of his current contract. It's still guaranteed, but they'll give like a chunk of it to him as like a signing bonus.
Right.
And then they'll, kick the can on a lot of it like further down the road. That's just all manipulation of numbers. And honestly, but yeah, dude, that fully guaranteed contract screwed the whole league. It definitely screwed Baltimore with Lamar.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I said that the Browns should be trading Nick Chubb. I've said that for I don't know how long, last few months. I don't know, because of Dearness Johnson and Kareem Hunt. That was a smart thing to do. Trade away Nick Chubb and get whatever you can out of it. So I don't know.
Just like Dallas should have traded Zeke 2 years ago.
Yep, when they had the chance.
Every time Dearness Johnson touched the field, he looked like Tony Pollard. It was like, give the guy a chance, dude. This guy is putting up numbers every time he touches the field.
Yeah.
So Cleveland was the only one that let Watson hit.
Yeah, basically.
Extra towels.
Yeah, basically. So like they'll give you a fully guaranteed contract, and these 2 girls are yours whenever you want them.
Yes. We're extra relaxed.
Exactly.
We have a massage table in the locker room.
We have this own private training room over here just for you, buddy.
Deshaun's going in the blue tent many times this game.
Always comes out with a smile on his face. It's the strangest thing.
Wow, he came out of this one exhausted.
His uniform
His uniform doesn't match any of the other players. They're all wearing brown pants. He's wearing his white ones every week.
God.
What is this?
His legs look a bit wobbly, and it's only the second quarter. What's going on?
Holy shizer! Oh man! All right, so what are we talking here?
Yeah, let's get into some, our dynasty. Let's get into some draft strategies and some strategies overall for dynasty. Because I know we just drew for our draft positions in our dynasty, 12-team dynasty, and some people were wanting that early pick to get a big name. Some people are wanting a late pick. I know me and Kyle are picking at 8 and 9, and Scotty, you were picking at 3, and seems all of us wanted to move back a little bit, pick a little bit later in the round, and maybe even just not even pick in the first round, Scotty. So, Scotty, I'll go with you first because you already did a trade. Is that correct?
Yes, me and Kyle.
So tell us about that and what your strategy was.
So definitely in July, we're going to be starting our draft July 4th weekend. Should go through that month. But before the draft, literally for dynasty purposes, we're making educational guesses, but like a traditional league, you make an educational guess for that season. For dynasty, you're making guesses for the future. So to protect myself, I'm a guy all about trading back, give me more players. If I mess up, which analysts, we mess up. So it backs me up from injuries, gives me more trading options, more players to trade. And just if I mess up on, like, I was big on Hunter Renfrow last year. If I messed up on that, but I hit on somebody else, like, say, Pickens from Pittsburgh. So, like, give me 2 of those guys, mediocre guys, that one of them will break out rather than take the one shot. So I like to bulk up on depth. And, for example, I sign my players to 3-year deals. So when I draft, I draft my guys, and the team I have at the end of the year, you could freeze it. Fast forward 3 years, I'll still be happy with those guys. You will not see me pick, and we're all in the same league. And people like, oh, my friends would say, they say, dude, you're an analyst. You tell all your secrets to everybody. Why would you do that? We have backup plans, guys. We don't have one option and go, oh, no, what am I going to do now? And we go back to the drawing board. No, we have backup options. So with me saying, I will not pick Derrick Henry. I will not pick Zeke Elliott. I will not pick Alvin Kamara. I will pick second-year wide receivers over rookie wide receivers. I like guys who get their feet wet in the NFL over a guy where, listen, Addison should be a great wide receiver. Give me Pickens instead. Give me Jameson Williams from Detroit instead. But Jameson Williams only had 1 catch. Yeah, but he was burning cornerbacks, and Goff couldn't get him the ball. Like, that's a big difference, too.
Yeah, that was a Goff issue.
So that's my logic. I'm going to go to the other guys after this, but I like depth. Give me the more options, and my age group is going to be, like, headed into their prime. Not their prime, but guys I think are going to – they're going to hit it. So off to one of you guys.
I'm just going to say Brock really quick down in the chat. Yeah, man. Ask questions away. That's what we're here for. So ask
Ben, we'll get back to yours in a second. But for me, on the other side of that deal, I don't mind trading up in a dynasty because I want to maximize like my cornerstone guys. One of my strengths in fantasy football is trading and playing the waiver wire. So if I can maximize those core guys and then draft well late, and then, like I said, just watch the waivers, watch out for trends with guys that maybe no one's looking at yet. And then, get a throw-in guy here or there in a trade that somebody's not using, that they're not really big on, Those are the kinds of things that I try to do with my dynasty teams. So
that's a good point. Like in a trade where you're like, hey, just throw that guy in for me. How does that hurt? You taking the chance of like last year, throw Sky Moore in that deal.
Mm-hmm.
he's going to be a big part of the Chiefs' offense this year, I believe. And also, I didn't hear what Corey is thinking either, but it's awesome hearing me and Kyle are kind of different of how we're looking at things, but that's awesome with Dynasty. You deal with your team the way you want to deal with your team.
Yep.
There's no wrong way. There's no right way. It's your team. We're in a fake football league. So literally you're running a fake team, but it's your team. And it's awesome, dude. It's awesome.
Well, and people run their real life teams the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of these owners, some of them want to go draft a young quarterback, develop them, and do it. And some prefer to go sign a Carson Wentz after he just sucked for the Colts and wants to give him another shot anyways.
Yeah. 1,000%. 1,000%.
Yeah, so I'm going to disagree. I think my way is the right way. So here's I'm just kidding. No, I'm probably more close to Scotty's approach on this. I want, especially in Dynasty, I'm wanting more depth. I'm not looking to just get a couple, those core top guys at the top. Because when I think of like guys that can hold down my roster, if I don't even have a first round pick, like Scotty doesn't have a first round pick now, I'm okay with that. I'm looking at the list of players that I would get in the second, even third round. Oh my gosh, if I have, 3 third-round picks, I'm ecstatic because the players are so good. I'm looking down. There's players down to 100 that I am happy to have. But with the way injuries are nowadays, I want as many good players, and I want to spread that out amongst my roster. And then after that draft, if I have that, I have a little bit more depth. Now I have pieces to play with to actually make trades and maybe get more of those cornerstone players, those higher players later on. Again, I think it is, I know we were talking about this before we went live. It's easier to trade players because you kind of know that value, right? Those draft picks, they're all subjective and question marks and what could they be, what might be there, what might not be there once you get them. How valuable is it at that time? So I would rather trade players than picks. But if I'm trading picks, I'm trading back most likely instead of trying to trade up. I would rather trade my first rounder for 2 third rounders, and to me, I'm going to find good value in that third round, really good value, and have that depth that's going to protect me from those injuries. So it kind of gives you're going to be competitive right now and into the future. Whereas some people, like if you have an injury on some of those top players you take, Kyle, that could blow your entire season.
Right.
I mean, we
sometimes
saw that.
It don't matter. My team in my other dynasty is stacked top to bottom, and when half your roster's hurt, it doesn't even matter anyways.
True.
But no, Corey, I happen to have a pair of third rounders now. If you want to talk about that,
we have talked about that, and I am interested.
No, you talked about your second rounder for him.
Well, it's an early second rounder. Yes, I did.
Yes, and I did not trade my first rounder. I have the third overall pick still.
That's
but
great.
No, I like Corey, but also I'm also a guy in Dynasty too because there's so many rounds. I'm accepting the fact I'm probably not going to see Jefferson or Chase. I'm accepting the fact that I'm not going to see Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes. I'm accepting the fact that I have the third pick, so I might see one of those first 2 guys or like a top running back or whatever. And there's other wide receivers, but I'm fine. Like Corey's saying, like get more picks in the middle. Give me the I know Corey doesn't like them, but give me the T. Higgins. Give me the Garrett Wilson. Give me God, I'm just going off on my mind, But
it's not that I do like T. Higgins.
You know what I mean? They're not the Jamar Chases, the CD Lambs, the AJ Browns, but I'll take the 2 tiers lower. I'll take more guys in tier 3 than just the one in tier 1. Which I could trade the guys in tier 3 maybe in the future to grab the one.
Right.
But don't get me wrong. I would love to have those guys on my team, but I'm accepting the fact that it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, and when we get a little more into actual draft strategies here in a little bit, like I'll tell you why I like to have those top at least a couple of early ones. But I think Brock asked his question over here, and I don't know who he's talking about.
You guys like silk? The material, the milk, which
like
silk?
Jesus Christ. This is embarrassing because I'm happy that you both have no idea too.
It sounds like a trap is what it sounds like.
Yeah, Brock, Hershey. Do you guys like silk? Yes. It's very smooth.
I like silk sheets.
Summertime. Yeah, summertime.
There you go.
Very, very slippery. Don't wear baby oil at the same time.
Let's see. With the way the NFL is constructed right now, I believe you can have super young players and still win a chip. I agree with that.
That actually just happened in our other dynasty. Remember, we were looking at that guy's team going, man, in like 2 or 3 years, he's going to be really good. And he won the championship this year.
Yeah, because these players are coming out of college so capable now. They're so capable. And used to rookies didn't come in and contribute that quickly. And now they are, and it's changing the game.
Well, yeah. And he had a couple of guys hit. Like, his running backs struggled. He had Swift, J.K. Dobbins, Najee Harris. They struggled. But he had Burrow. He had Fields. He had Kittle, who came on strong at the end of the year. Devontae, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Amari Cooper. He had some guys that really hit this year that a lot of people weren't expecting. At least some of the younger guys, not quite yet. And so it paid off, man.
And that's insane because the running backs you just mentioned, I thought before the year started last year, that's a stacked running back core. J.K. Dobbins, Swift.
Oh, yeah. They just all had injury issues, and Najee's offense just let him down. But
yeah. Holy Jesus. Yeah, that's a loaded running back core. And like you said, yeah, Amari Cooper, that's a guy here. It's literally, it's predictions. I didn't think Amari Cooper was new with the, Browns with Watson and Brissett. You're like, oh, he has Brissett. What's he going to do with Brissett? He's going to be a solid wide receiver. Apparently.
No joke.
Yeah, top 10 wide receiver with Brissett. Corey, you skipped one of Ben's up there. He asked who our 101 is in a startup. For me, it's...
hold on one second. This is a trick question. We're giving Amber the answer here. Hold on one second.
It's Jay Jettas, and it's not even close for me, though.
I would say Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I love some Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I want Justin Jefferson, though, Amber. If he slips a 3.
Oh, yeah. Held it like that. Oh, now I'm getting major feedback. Oh, no, what's happening?
Who'd you guys 101 in startup? Yeah, it would have to be. I hate to just throw the label on him, and it's very, very early, but we are watching a Hall of Fame wide receiver.
Oh, he's incredible. He's absolutely incredible.
He's playing outstanding. Even last year when, Thielen got hurt and they could double team him and he was still getting open. And I'm like, this guy is special.
Yeah, absolutely. See you, Ben. Love you, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, dude, Jay Jettas is just absolutely incredible. Incredible.
You got that solid wide receiver. You don't have to worry about him. In Dynasty, of course, wide receivers last longer than running backs.
Yep.
So the value there is great. You don't have to worry about them.
Yep.
You're going to have to deal with people coming at you daily looking for him in a trade. People are going to constantly ask for Justin Jefferson. Even if you tell them no 1,000 times, they're still going to come for Justin Jefferson. So, I was doing that for
Justin Jefferson all the time. Pretty much every Sunday.
Yes. Yeah. So Justin Jefferson, would be the 101.
I would agree with that. And I'm saying in startup and in redraft and in Dynasty, I'm doing that, I think.
I agree. And Hawkinson only helps him out.
Oh yeah. That's sick. It's sick. Heather wants to know, so don't watch me use the toilet on a Zoom call. Send the link. No.
I'm in. Fuck it.
1,000%.
Just kidding. This is wrong platform. This is not OnlyFans. Or did I accidentally click the stream to OnlyFans? Who knows?
Yeah. That's absolutely disgusting. So what channel is it?
Should I just share my screen on here?
I have to go research so I know who to cancel.
Hold on one second. I gotta.
I just want to go over there so I can report it. That's all.
Yeah, right. Hold on. I'm having trouble seeing these credit card numbers.
They always want that security code.
I know. You'd think I'd have that memorized by now. Let's see. Albert wants to know, are all of the Dynasty leagues you are in Superflex? No. In fact, I don't have any Superflex leagues at all.
No Superflex leagues.
We might be agreeing again. I hate Superflex leagues.
I do too.
I'm not a fan at all.
Like,
same.
What are we doing? Like, you're forcing me to pick a position. That's what I think you're doing. Now you're like, all right, you have to pick quarterbacks. You're like, no, I want to pick whoever the fuck I want. But if I don't pick quarterbacks, I'm going to lose. So like, you're don't tell me what to do on my draft.
Yep.
I feel the same way. I feel the same way about tight end premium leagues.
Yep.
Like, if you're not smart enough to pick the ones that give you an advantage every week anyways, then you shouldn't have one built into the scoring of the league.
Yes. I agree. Like, that's the whole part of it. We want to feel good about drafting our teams and that we did a good job. So do your research. Everybody's got Google, and everybody could follow the Fantasy Football Network on Instagram, obviously, and YouTube.
Awesome.
Just read the group chat, and Scotty's telling you how to do it all over there.
There you go.
Come on, man. The answer.
P. Sayers on Instagram says, traded the 212 for 3.6 and 3.7. Hopefully that's the depth you were talking about.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you just moved back.
I like that one a lot.
And in that spot, you're going to get the same quality of player at 3.6 as you are 212, and now you're going to get two of them.
Yeah.
So he also has the 211. So he had the 211, 212. Now he has 211, 3.6, 3.7. Oh yeah, sign me up for that.
Amazing trade.
I'm sitting here. I have just the Dynasty overall rankings on Fantasy Pros pulled up.
Yep.
And after about number 14, there's just everybody's the same for like the next 50 players.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I was looking at it too because I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to start researching. I'm like,
so if you're not trading into the top round, then yeah, I mean, trading back makes some sense.
And to be honest with you, when Kyle and I were talking trades, Kyle was trying to get my first rounder, and he wanted to keep his first rounder, which I was open to. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to load up.
It was costing me like my 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 15. And I was like, God damn.
And his left leg. I was asking for his car, his house, and his players. But no.
Blood sample, stool sample, first kid.
Exactly.
Like all of that.
DNA testing here. What's his social security number? I want
chop off my left nut and send it in the mail to you.
Give me all the deets. No, I was open to it. So, of course, we text each other. We're talking to each other about the deal. I'm like, all right, screw it. Let me see if I give up this first rounder. I'll check out rankings so far. Like he just said, after the 12th or 14th player, I'm like, well, can't really have a cornerstone player if I get rid of my first round pick. I'm like, holy shit. Like, not saying that I would get bad players, but I still want a guy where you're like,
you want a guy. Like, you want the guy.
I want a guy. Like, where people look at my team and they go, oh, he has good players. I want, oh shit, he has him. Like that I need one of those players. Oh fuck, he has him.
Well, and that's what hurts you of giving up. You have that third overall pick. So your second round pick isn't until so late. It's outside of that. Right. Whereas like I have pick 9. So my second round pick is still in that top 14.
Yeah.
Well, top 15. Like right in there. So it's like I can still get one of those players by giving up my first still. So
yeah, no, absolutely.
So there's definitely different. Again, you're looking at strategies there. You want to go look at these lists of players and kind of see where you're going to fall on that list of players and who you're going to be comfortable having, because that's the thing. You have to be flexible during your draft. Like most dynasty drafts are slow drafts. So you have time to make deals and make these trades.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can look at that and be, man, I'd be happy with any of the next 12 players coming off the board. So maybe I'll trade back and I'll gain a pick somewhere in there. So you want to have that flexibility in there.
Oh yeah.
And
If it gets to my pick at number 8 and I'm not feeling great about the next few guys there, I'll trade back. Like
Yeah.
I have certain guys in mind. Like I have 3 or 4 guys. I'm like, okay, I'd be good taking them in the first round, and then the rest, I'm like, I can trade back and wait a little bit.
And guys, I'm not liking this conversation at all. I have the 3rd pick, and I like guys that I couldn't get in like the 6th or 7th pick, and I'm like, 3rd is reaching for the guys I want right now in the first round. And it's crazy thinking that it's the first pick of the draft and it's 3rd pick overall. I'm assuming the 2 guys I want are going to get picked before me. So I'm sitting there at 3 going, there's 3 guys that I would have to decide between who I want. I can get them at the 6th or 7th pick, but all you guys are like, hey, I want to move back. No, come to me. I get the 3rd pick. Like, it's just, I'm also
on the
curious.
struggle bus there.
Dynasty life. Yo, what's goody gang? What is up? Another guy in our Dynasty League. Who's going to be a pain?
I think me and you need to discuss a 3-8 swap in that first round, buddy. Not right this second, but
no, that's yeah. I got to see if my boys will still be in that range. I don't want to lose out completely on the 3 guys I have on mine.
I want one of 3 really bad, and I think if I get it 3 is the only way I'm going to get one of them.
Yeah, I know who Kyle wants.
Listen, I'm definitely open to that. We'll definitely talk, but I'm also curious with everybody too. There's a lot of newbie Dynasty guys in our league. Where are the Henrys going to go? Where's the Dalvin Cooks going to go? Like, are people going to reach for them? Devontae Adams, like Travis Kelce is going to be 34 years old this year. So I'm curious where that's going to fuck me up. To be honest with you,
those are some of the tricky ones. The Travis Kelce's that's still playing elite, but he's older. It's like
it's like you're playing. I'm sorry, Corey. I'm talking over everybody. Apparently,
there you go. No,
your internet's a little laggy, so we're jumping in and out here when you're trying to talk. Sorry.
It's like playing poker with new guys who don't really play poker, and you don't know exactly what they have, and you're like, wow, he threw me off with that pick. Like, that's going to be in this draft.
Oh yeah. And Dynasty is so tricky anyways, just because there is that fine balance of you still want to win now. You want to win this season, so it's that fine balance of winning now and planning for the future and not screwing yourself over with a Travis Kelce. Like, ooh, I might be able to win this season, but I might have one season with this player. How high of a draft pick do I want to spend on him? And what's his trade value going to be after the season? Essentially, you're losing a draft pick after 1 or 2 seasons with a player like that, but you're also upping the odds of winning now. And same with like a Derrick Henry. Well, he's still going strong because he's not human. So you're sacrificing, like, am I winning now and not in the future? So it's a fine balance, and that's hard. That's very difficult in Dynasty, and the demons will get the best of you sometimes, and you'll go after old players.
People tend to take 2 different stances on that too. A lot of people are like, I'm going to win now. I'm just going to take them and then worry about it later. Or you have the ones that won't take anybody over 25, period.
Yes, period.
It's like, oh, Derrick Henry's in the 7th round. Fuck it, I'm not taking him. Like,
yeah, that's how people are.
No. But no, like Kyle just said, at the end of the draft, you might have a guy go, fuck it, I want to win now. I'm picking Eckler and Henry right off the back. And boom, boom. And you're like, dude, don't have to worry about running back. I'll just pick rookies after this just to back them up. So there's different strategies, which is awesome.
That is true, though, because if you get a couple of those, even if they are older, you can afford later on to take a little bit of risk. You can pick up like a Algier, or maybe even like
James Cook.
Yeah, James Cook is really good. Or sorry, I can't think of
Brian Robinson.
Brian Robinson's a good one.
Last year it was Pierce and Walker.
some reason I can't think of his AJ Dillon. AJ Dillon, who is amazing, but for some reason still hasn't taken over. I mean, Aaron Jones still around, so maybe someone that you can afford a year, a year or two, just kind of sitting over there waiting for their opportunity. So there's a lot of good running backs out there with a lot of potential. So you can kind of take some of these older ones, to get you through the season. And then later on, you can take those little riskier ones, those ones that you can afford to wait on that are going to be good for you. So,
well, Corey, you know me as far as running backs anyways, but then in Dynasty, I definitely don't like to spend my capital on running backs.
Yep.
Because their shelf life is so short.
Yep. You're a wide receiver whore.
Unless you got like one of the 2 or 3 like truly elites, it's just not worth it.
Well, yeah, and it's because especially, and I know we've talked about this so many times, workhorses are slim to none now, right? Everyone's splitting time because you have an extended season, you have those injuries, things of that sort. So these teams are splitting time, and both running backs are really good. So running back depth is there for your roster now, and like you said, their shelf life is just so short. But
yeah, and Kyle slightly said it because that's where I'm at too. Of course, I think we're saying it without saying their names. The guys, the top 3 players. It basically, let's talk about Chase and Jefferson, and top wide receivers. But Kyle said it, like, if you can get the workhorse young running backs in, even though he's coming off injury, Breece Hall, Jonathan Taylor, Bijan Robinson, whoever he lands on. It depends where he goes. If he gets into a nice spot, like goes to the Philadelphia Eagles or something,
oh my God,
Jesus Christ, he's worth a pick. So like if you get a young dude, Ken Walker, like right off the bat,
yep,
they're worth it. But after that core of like those young workhorse guys, then you just gotta veer somewhere else, in my opinion.
Yeah, because like you look at like McCaffrey, he's getting a little too old for my taste now. Barkley's starting to get up there a little bit, plus injury history. Eckler's starting to get up there a little bit. I mean, it's
like the guys I just
coming off a huge injury. Like, there's just so many question marks with running backs.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Breece, Taylor, Bijan, Walker, and ETN, and then like those are the only running backs in the first round for me, and it's late. Yes. I'd rather have the top receivers at the beginning.
Yeah, and no one's going to argue that, but also no one's going to fight if somebody does pick one of those 5 running backs. Like, again, it's your team. You do what you want, and no one can say anything. So that's what's fun about Dynasty. It really is awesome. I've been doing fantasy for over 20 years. Dynasty is the most fun.
I love it. I love the year-round aspect of it. I love the planning of it and the strategy of it. I love everything about Dynasty.
Everybody, keep lines of communication open. Do not ghost your league mates.
Oof, that's the worst.
If you're not interested in trades, answer back. Go, hey, dude, I'm going to wait until the draft. Or, hey, dude, wait till after the free agency, then we'll talk again. What me and Kyle just said. Hey, I'm not thinking about making the trade yet the first round, but we'll talk about it, and maybe as it gets closer to draft, we could talk about it again. Like, leave the line of communication open, talk all year, get comfortable with your league mates, and have a blast.
Yep. And AJB up in here.
What's up, man?
Look at who it is. Finally crawled out of the hole. And that's
gave him a few weeks to let him recover from the Super Bowl loss.
Oh, Jesus. Eagles fan?
Yeah. I'm guessing
he's named after one of them. So.
AJ's had a bad couple months there with Philly just losing all their different championships. Philly can't get over the hump, man. That is rough though. If you're a Philadelphia sports fan, man, that is a roller coaster ride and a half they had there. So that sucks.
Yeah.
That's really tough. Yeah, all 3 of them losing their championships. Oh man, rough.
Now, is he from Philly?
I'm gonna guess so.
As far as I know, yeah.
At least we're East Coast.
He's a good dude.
AJ.
We bust each other's balls.
He says, at least I'm not a Cowboys fan.
Hey, AJ, here's one thing we can agree on, because he is a Commanders fan, so he's got it worse than all of us.
That's true. Yeah, so he was.
We're all losers. We're all losers. But, hey, our division looks good though.
Here's what sucks for Philly though, is that they went all in for this championship and still didn't win it. I mean, you want to see what it's like for a team to go all in, like the Rams did it. It worked out for them. Philly did it, and they were so close and didn't get it. So
let's be honest, though, Philly will have a shot at it again next year. So,
oh yeah, Philly's going to be fine next year.
Their schedule might be a little more difficult next year if they get some different crossover games, but
they'll still make the playoffs. They'll do fine. And I just don't know if they're going to have the luck of the opposing team's quarterback getting hurt and them not being able to throw the ball for 3 quarters. I don't know, but
true
I don't know if their luck's going to do that good. But
I was so brokenhearted when Purdy got hurt. I was like, no.
I before the season started, I bet the 49ers to win the Super Bowl. And I was like, wow, I'm actually close here. And then I saw Johnson come in. I was like, oh shit.
I felt real confident Philly was gonna get to the Super Bowl. I didn't know who was gonna win it, but and then when I saw like 2 or 3 games out of Purdy, I was like, oh no, they're gonna coast to the championship. And then he got hurt. I was like, frick.
It's scary for us, and AJ will smile at this. Eagles have a young, good defense, and they also have a young, good offense. So they have the ability to draft Bijan Robinson, which would suck.
That would suck bad.
Yeah.
So
who's the best QB the Eagles played all season?
I don't remember.
Taylor Heineke. Beat you, bro. Beat you, bro.
Probably was Taylor Heineke.
Yeah,
that's the thing. All of our teams split with each other. Dallas split with the Commanders. Dallas split with Philly. I'm pretty sure Philly and Commanders split. So it's pretty funny.
We just beat each other up. That's the NFC East.
We're the SEC of the NFL right now.
Well, it was silly. I mean, when they played the Cowboys, Hurts didn't play one game and Dak didn't play the other game. And so it wasn't even, they didn't even play starting quarterbacks against each other either time. It was just,
either time. It was wild.
Clusterfuck. So it's lame. NFC is weak. Nah, bro.
No. They're going to get better. NFC is going to be better.
Dude, the AFC is weak. The AFC has the Chiefs and the Bills and the Bengals, and that's it.
Now it's gonna be scary if Derrick Henry goes to the Bills.
Oh,
that would be dude. That would be now you could pick Derrick Henry just to win that year because he'll score 20 touchdowns.
That'd be crazy. He would too.
He would.
Dude,
he totally would.
The NFC is not weak, bro.
No,
I mean just the NFC East is good.
Imagine Henry with the Chiefs, even any of these teams, all these teams that are great quarterbacks and passing, they don't have a running back worth of shit.
Well,
throw Derrick Henry in there, and it's like, oh my god.
I know he has his jersey hung up, but if Mixon gets cut and Derrick Henry replaces him on the Bengals, that's another team that's loaded.
God, I mean, think about Mixon on the Chiefs of the Bills.
Yeah,
go fucking ham too,
This offseason is going to be awesome, man.
It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane.
It is.
I'm
excited. I'm excited for it.
Does Zeke have value on any other team, or is he just?
He's a backup on any other team.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Pure backup.
He's going to stick with the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, I think so. He was going to take a pay cut to stick around because I think he knows that. I think he knows that he's a backup elsewhere.
He'd just assume backup in Dallas and retire there, I think, than worry about moving and everything at this point in his career.
Oh, 1,000%.
Stick with his best buddy, Dak there, and just call it a day.
stick with Daddy Jerry.
There it is.
Where does Lamar go?
I think he'll end up in Baltimore because I don't think anybody else is going to give him a fully guaranteed contract either.
I agree. No one else is going to give him that.
Ditto.
And again, I'm happy that they won't.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. Keep
they
that
need to be like,
right
again, let's not screw up the market here. Like,
well, because all the other quarterbacks are signing normal contracts still. So it's like, all right, we're going to draw a line in the sand and just say Cleveland is dumb, and we're just going to keep signing normal contracts. Like, nobody else is going to do what Cleveland did.
You have Cincinnati and San Diego going like this. Oh God, because they got to pay Burrow and Herbert. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like,
no shit.
Don't do it.
That's exactly right. And I'm sitting here thinking the same thing though about the wide receiver market. I'm like, Dallas needs to get CeeDee Lamb extended before, like, another year or two down the road. Those contracts are going to be even more astronomical. Like, signing now.
Yeah, right.
But these players, the quarterbacks can afford to play a little bit more hardball. These wide receivers cannot. I mean, these teams are, because like we talked about earlier, these players coming out of college so capable now, teams aren't willing to pay these wide receivers that kind of money. They'll ship them off and draft somebody instead, because these wide receivers, these rookies are good and they can contribute early on. So,
well, and you got the market now, like CeeDee Lamb's not going to get an extension. He's not going to sign anything until he sees what Justin Jefferson gets from the Vikes.
Oh shit!
That's gonna set the new market, and then you'll have Lamb, and then you'll have Chase in like 2 more years, I think.
Now I have a mind for it. Lamb and Jet were in the same draft.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I tell you, these players are dumb for asking for so much money because it hurts the team around them. And if you want help and you want to go win a championship, you take less money. Just throwing that out there.
And guys, I know we agree on this, which is awesome. We all absolutely hate Tom Brady, but we have to admit and give Tom Brady credit only on this. This is the only thing I give Tom Brady credit on, and you guys know where I'm headed.
Yep.
Pay me
talked
less.
about it for years.
Pay me less and protect my ass.
Yep.
And it fucking works.
Because Tom Brady played behind one of the best offensive lines for his entire fucking career.
Get me these guys and protect my fucking ass. And I'm like, damn it, bro.
Because
that's the only thing he did that I admire.
There's so many quarterbacks out there that if they had the time, because Tom Brady is the opposite of mobile, right? He is not mobile. So it's not like he was running from anyone or scrambling in a pocket. Right. He was standing back there picking teams and defenses apart because he was smart. And if you have that kind of time, you can do it with somewhat mediocre wide receivers. I mean, how many no names did he turn into make relevant? Because he had all day for those wide receivers to get open and make a pass. I mean, he had the time. It was smart of him to take less money. But seriously, what's the difference between 12 mil a year and 10 mil a year? I mean, come on. Or 40 million a year versus even $20 million. Who needs $20 million a freaking year to play a game? Come on, man.
100%. And to back you up, Corey, on that, let's just say the Daniel Jones thing right now. He signed 4 years for $160 million. Why not Daniel Jones just go, hey, dude, give me 8 years, $200 million. Pay me less, but give me a longer term where I'm set for 8 years now. Give me less money, help the team out. And I'm helping myself out because I know now I'm getting paid for 8 years, not just 4. So,
and then go sign Saquon Barkley, no problem.
Yeah, thank you. But we're fine with that because fuck the Giants.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
How stupid of someone like Daniel Jones take less money so that then they are not franchising Saquon Barkley. You can go sign Saquon Barkley, who should
There is no way in hell
what are you doing?
that Daniel Jones goes home at night, looks in the mirror, and goes, I'm a $40 million a year quarterback.
Dude, listen to me. Eli Manning was good, not great. Eli Manning was a good quarterback. Like
he wasn't his brother, but he was all right.
No, he was good. Daniel Jones is not Eli Manning. He's not Eli Manning. So stop it. He's not as smart as Eli Manning. Eli Manning had a big QB IQ. Daniel Jones, his first year where he wasn't fumbling and throwing pickoffs. Wait till next year when people stop his scrambling and he's forced to be in the pocket.
Yeah. And they can't afford to bring back any of his receivers that he had or Barkley or none of that stuff.
Oh, wait till he has receivers. Well, after those contracts, apparently you guys are going to be down receivers again. You're going to have to throw to Odell Beckham, who's literally going to be 38 years old, whatever.
Okay, so CeeDee Lamb and Justin Jefferson were both drafted in 2020. Just throw that out there. CeeDee Lamb was drafted 17th overall, and Minnesota got Justin Jefferson at 22nd overall.
I remember that.
Crap.
I remember, and I got pissed off that Lamb fell in Dallas's lap. I remember.
I remember, like, I had a full erection and was crying when we drafted CeeDee Lamb.
I literally shed tears.
Because we're OU fans too, and he's like one of my favorite Sooners ever, and then he ends up on my favorite NFL team. I was like, oh my god,
so
it was crazy.
So I have to throw this out there: wide receivers drafted before Justin Jefferson. Jalen Reagor, Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, killing it. So these are the guys that were before him. That's crazy. It went CeeDee Lamb and then Jalen Reagor. And then
I'd like to see, I'm not saying he's going to be Justin Jefferson. I'd like to see Jeudy this year. I think Jeudy has a bounce back. Well, not a bounce back. I think he showed flashes. I like to see him with Wilson for a full, off season together and with Peyton. Again, he's not Justin Jefferson.
Just to throw some more fun, 2020 was a wild draft. The next one after Justin Jefferson was Ayuk, and then you go all the way down to number 33 overall pick was T. Higgins. 34th was Michael Pittman Jr. But then
that's a good wide receiver class.
Yeah, it is. And Chase Claypool went at 49th overall. So your running backs are very interesting. So your first running back off the board came 32nd overall to Kansas City, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And then you had DeAndre Swift at 35, Jonathan Taylor at number 41.
Dude, that's crazy, man.
Then Cam Akers at 52.
I wish he stayed healthy, that guy.
J.K. Dobbins at 55.
Oof.
A.J. Dillon at 62. Antonio Gibson at 66. That's insane.
I'm still trying to get over the fact that Reagor and Ruggs were picked before 7 Pro Bowlers.
Yeah, exactly. Jalen Hurts was drafted 53rd overall. That's great value there for Philly. That's incredible.
Speaking about dynasties, exactly. So your value picks could turn into fucking studs.
That's crazy.
Or you could suck.
Or you can take Ruggs in the first round. And
yeah, exactly. Yeah. That'd be me. Right here. My guy is going down right off the bat. We know this.
Yeah, Philly's the one that took Jalen Reagor 21 right before Justin Jefferson. So they took Reagor instead of Justin Jefferson. Could you imagine if Eagles had taken Justin Jefferson there instead?
Oh, my God, dude.
Ugh.
Then they wouldn't have had to trade for A.J. Brown.
No, they wouldn't.
That's like fucking Tennessee.
JJ trading Whiteside over DK Metcalf. You guys had so many opportunities and missed out on all of them. Ugh.
Dude, DK Metcalf was dragging out too. I wanted Washington to pick him so bad because we needed a wide receiver. It was before Terry McLaurin.
Ouch.
My God. But yeah, that was huge. But no, Justin Jefferson wanted to just follow the steps of Randy Moss, where teams were skipping Randy Moss and letting him drag down to the Vikings. And Randy Moss said every team that skipped me is going to pay. And he was literally top 3 wide receiver ever. So
yeah, he was 100% right.
It's really funny just in hindsight. Drafts in hindsight. just become really funny. So
well, we're talking about like guys now we're watching in the draft next month. Oh man, he's going to be pretty good. There's going to be guys where we think are pretty good right now and going to be out of the league in 2 years.
Yep.
And including those quarterbacks.
Well, and a lot, I mean, it doesn't matter how good they are. If they get in a bad team, a bad situation.
Good point.
I mean, look at Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence was pretty good. Everyone had high hopes for him, came out and just was completely just stumped in his first year. Luckily, they rescued the situation, but had they not done that, so you didn't even get to see him kind of start to, develop until even a second year. He lost a full year, but it could have ruined his entire career. I mean, it's just a bad situation for a good quarterback.
And also for Dynasty, where you pick Lawrence because he had such a winning record from his high school years, college years, comes into the pros, you're like, oh, he's going to turn things around. His coach sucked, and then he sucked. So you're like, fuck this. I don't want Lawrence on my team anymore. Get rid of him. The guy becomes like top 10,
Right.
Like, fuck.
Sometimes you got to show a little patience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's weird, man, looking back at some of these draft picks, but it's oh, look at that. Darnell Mooney, 173rd overall. KJ Osborne, what a hero. Apparently he saved someone's life this week. So
he got somebody out of a burning car or something.
Yeah, that's crazy. 176 overall. You got Donovan Peoples-Jones at 187th. Tyler Bass at 188. So you had Donovan Peoples-Jones, and then Tyler Bass went right after him. What a good pickup there for Buffalo. And I don't care what people say, kickers deserve to play in fantasy football. So.
Oh, I agree.
Just not the Dallas kicker.
Dude, what the hell happened? He had a good season too.
He had a great season, and then all of a sudden he missed the last of the regular season and everything in the playoffs. It's like, what the fuck?
The only reason I knew he had a good season was I'm like, why does Dallas have this guy? And I looked at the season stats. I'm like, holy shit, he actually had a fucking great season.
Oh, he was incredible. Yeah, and then just fell apart at the end.
What the fuck happened, dude? I felt horrible. I felt horrible for the guy. But then you get to the point where you're like, I hope he fucking misses this one too. And I don't know about you with fans. You're probably like, fuck this guy. If he misses, I'm going to fucking kill this
dude,
guy.
After number 5, I was just rooting for let's put together a record nobody will ever beat for missed kick. Like, we got this game in the bag, so let's just fucking...
It did become humorous. Yeah.
Oh.
After number 3, I started almost peeing myself laughing every time. And I was just like, you gotta shit at me! And they're still letting him kick it.
It was, I know, even Dak on the sideline. When Dak's pissed off at you, you're screwing up. My gosh. But it's
Corey was a kicker in high school and college, so he's always been a defender of kickers. But he's like, nobody else is expected to be perfect, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. But 5 extra points?
That's in defense.
That's excessive.
But here's the thing. They were ahead and winning the game. You had to keep putting him out there because you have to snap that mental. I mean, it was completely mental, right?
Oh,
at some point, you're trying to get him back on that streak. And I mean, it's just like in basketball when they're like, a shooter's just got to keep shooting, right? You got to keep shooting because you got to get him back in that. So they were just doing the same. He was lucky they were up by a lot of points and they could afford to keep doing that, but it didn't help. I mean,
even if they had made the Super Bowl, he wouldn't have been able to kick off that slippery ass field anyways. So
no joke.
That wouldn't have gone well either.
Dallas talking about Super Bowls. That's hilarious.
Get out of here.
Coming from you, it's even more hilarious.
Hey, we're in the same era of winning Super Bowls, bro. We suck.
Like, the Commanders haven't even been around that long. What are you talking about?
Oh my God. We're still trying to get rid of our fucking owner for the last 7 years. We can't even do that. We don't do anything right.
It only took you, 2-3 years to pick a new team name? Literally rolled with Washington football team for 2 seasons. What the fuck was that?
You know what's funny is I actually liked Washington football team. I actually thought that was kind of fun.
It was a pain in the ass to say because everybody else had a mascot. You'd be like the Cowboys, the Eagles, the football team. It didn't sound right. It didn't sound right to me.
It was
could have had the stupid mascot we have now.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? It looks like Bebop from the Ninja Turtles.
Yes. Stupid. Stupid. But Corey, I got to ask you, you were a kicker in high school and college. What was your furthest kick?
My furthest in a game was 42.
Okay.
In the Cotton Bowl, which was pretty cool.
Wait, hold on one second. You played in the Cotton Bowl?
Well, in the Cotton Bowl.
The stadium, the Cotton Bowl, not the game, the Cotton Bowl.
I was like, am I talking to a celebrity over here? What's going on over here?
He's a kicker, definitely not a celebrity.
I was D2. And
hey guys, I'm at the party. Who's this guy? The cocktail guy? Give me some more of those hot dogs.
Who let the ball boy in? What the hell?
Actually, hey, it was actually kind of fun because people would always buy me drinks because they always wanted to see how much the kicker could drink. Joke was on them. I have a super high fucking tolerance, so the joke was on them. But it was funny because they always wanted to get the kicker drunk, but because I was obviously the smallest one on the team, you know. So, but yeah, it was being the kicker sucks.
Where'd you go to school?
AJ, Corey's got an OnlyFans. Yeah, and it's nothing but feet pics. So
that's right.
It kind of goes hand in hand with what we're talking about already.
And I actually just had foot surgery yesterday to make it more sexy for you.
Oh, beautiful! I love sewing yarn or whatever the hell it is on your foot.
He got his toes enhanced.
Yarn.
He got his toes enhanced. So that.
Also, hey, speaking of enhanced feet and kicking and blah blah blah, I saw a thing the other day that was talking about that the Saints kicker, the guy who set the record originally, 63 yards, and it was showing his shoe, you know, because he had half a foot.
Right.
But I didn't realize there was a metal fucking plate.
Oh, cheater!
On the front of the boot. Well, it's like, well, no shit. No wonder you hit these fucking.
No. Let him hit with the nub so he doesn't even get the ball in the air.
Fucking
nub it.
Pirate peg leg out here.
You're missing half a foot. You don't get to cheat because of it. You get a metal fucking plate in your shoe to boot this bitch. Like, that ain't right.
Get this pirate off the field.
Damn peg leg. Takes off his shoulder pads. There's like a parrot under there.
Hey, Captain Hook, get off the field.
Oh, that's convenient. Major Tutty. I actually hadn't seen Major Tutty. I'm looking at that.
Oh, the stupidest thing. Let me tell you something about Major Tutty. This team just over and over again punches me in the gonads.
What's funny is like it's a DC team and they're always putting all that pork in their shit out there, so it's like it kind of fits.
Pork barrel. Their mascot is a pork barrel project.
They're trying to do the Hogs from the Redskin teams that won the Super Bowl, but we're not allowed to say Redskins, so we're going to bring the Hogs into the Commanders.
They should have just changed the name to the Pigskins, and then it would have been boom.
Skins. Just say Skins.
So Redskins to Pink Skins. Okay, cool.
Go Washington Caucasians. I'm okay with it.
Totally cool with it. Does not hurt my feelings at all.
Whitey's crackers. You can call them whatever you want.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, the Fighting Irish isn't.
I got thick skin just like that fucking pig with a helmet on does. So,
oh, dude, I went to one of my kids' games. We played a different town. They were called the Hillbillies. I'm like, well, that's not racist. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
That's actually fucking intimidating. Like, did they play their fucking fiddles while you come into town and shit?
They wore overalls. They just wore overalls. Literally, that's it.
Like, we're gonna die here.
In overalls.
They just run around intimidating people like, you sure do have a purty mouth.
Why does that 8-year-old have a 3-foot beard? Holy shit.
Steve looked like he's been doing meth.
Yeah.
I'm a hell of a cook.
AJB, Honky's fine too, man.
Yeah, man. Give it all. I don't care. I'm not offended by anything, man.
Redneck, white trash. You can call me whatever you want, man. I'm good.
Yep.
I said, you can call us a bunch of losers. If we win a Super Bowl, I don't care what you call me.
That'd be funny if a team named the losers won the Super Bowl, wouldn't it?
Losers. I don't give a shit.
And the winner of the Super Bowl is the Washington Losers. It's like,
losers. Oh, God.
Hey, yeah, synonyms work too.
Yeah, you can call me Kyle.
Kyle,
that's kind of the worst of all. That's kind of like the N word for white guys calling me Kyle, but you know, it'll work.
Kyle's kind of racist.
I feel like drinking a Monster and punching a hole in the wall all of a sudden.
Kyle's over there drinking White Claws. There's no laws. There's no laws when you're drinking the claws. Roll Tide. Had to go there. Anyways, guys, we've reached our hour for the night. So let's call that good. And Scotty, maybe we can have you on again sometime soon.
Do it up. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm talking more Dynasty this off season, so it's been real fun. Scotty plays hockey.
No, I do not play. I do not play hockey. I do look like a hocky player.
I see where he's going with this. It's a white stereotype. All whites play hockey.
I'm not Canadian, but I'm not going to say. Yeah, exactly. What no, I do not play hockey, but I can play pickup hockey. I just can't stop very quickly. But
how do you play hockey with a pickup?
But yeah, no.
Hang out the window with a stick. I know what you mean. I'm fucking with you.
You'll definitely see me for more Dynasty strategies where our draft comes around, what we were thinking with our picks.
Well, if not before, we definitely need to have you on after the NFL draft to talk about these rookies and where they land.
Hey, and listen to me, network. If you guys are live during the NFL draft, I might be on the show. So
I streamed it last year. I probably will this year too.
So you could have watch me eat a bag of Doritos and get pissed off at the Washington's pick. So
I'll be at the draft. Kyle, you might be at the draft too.
That's awesome.
Are we going? I didn't know we were going.
I mean, it's in Kansas City. Why wouldn't we go?
That's cool.
I'll be there. I was in Vegas last year for it. I will go to Kansas City for it this year. Kyle and I went. It was in Dallas. So
Corey was at the draft. So I streamed it here.
Where's Dallas picking the draft?
20.
We're at 26.
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right.
We pick late.
Yeah, we always do that shit, right? We don't win anything. We don't win anything, and we get shit-ass draft picks for it. So, and it's constant. It's every fucking year. We get shit draft picks.
Except for that one year, we got a top 5 pick and took a running back.
Zeke Elliott.
Cool.
Yeah, took a running back.
It worked out, though. I mean, you didn't win anything, but he was awesome.
He was great, yeah.
He was
awesome. For offensive line.
He was awesome. But, we also could have had completely brain farting his name. That corner, the Jags, and now he's with
Jalen
Ramsey. We could have had Ramsey.
Apparently, we might get Ramsey. There's interest.
I'm just saying. I love Zeke when he was good, but
yeah,
there were other things we needed worse.
All right, before we sign off here, Scotty, you got some stuff here. Washington stinks. Can't argue that. And AJ wants to know
the city or the team, because I would.
Oh, I'm getting ready for my New York Yankees. I'm a New York Yankee fan. I'm from New Jersey, so I have a reason to like the Yankees. I like the.
I'm not booing the Yankees. I'm booing baseball altogether.
I like the New York Rangers in hockey, and I'm a Washington Redskin fan because in 3rd grade they won the Super Bowl and sucked ever since.
Dedication. Yeah, he says Washington, the city stinks.
Oh yeah, the city. You're right.
Oh yeah, it does.
It smells like bullshit there.
We're at the Jersey pizzas.
We're at the Jersey pizzas. Yeah. Oh, if you're in Jersey, dude, come. We're in Jersey. A lot of places in Jersey. Go to Hoboken.
Hoboken.
I think he's looking for a name of a restaurant that has the best pizza.
A restaurant in the state of New Jersey. Good luck, bro.
All right, here we go. Kevin hopped in here for a question really quick before we sign off. Sorry. Don't have to make a decision until Labor Day, but who you keep in 1 QB full PPR? Olave in the 9th, Rashad White in the 12th, or Deshaun in the 14th?
Olave.
Gotta make a decision until Labor Day, but who you keeping? 1 QB full PPR. Olave in the 9th, yeah. Olave.
I'm going Olave there too. I love that Carson in there. Yep.
And Michael Thomas is on his way out.
I hope so.
I think so. Yep, probably so. Also, AJ, quit trying to run business on our stream. You just he's in Philly, but all over.
Dude, I don't own a pizzeria. Dude, I don't flip pies, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
I eat pies though.
The good news for you is if they sell pizza, they need boxes, so you're good.
That's true. Unless it's not delivery and it's DiGiorno.
then
So with
you're
that
fucked.
being said, we'll see you next time we stream. Probably a couple weeks. Bye,
Boom.
guys. Thanks again,
See ya.
Scotty.